not at all what you think it is. It's like a perceptual hallucination that's entirely based on what you believe. So everything you perceive, whether you like it or you don't like it, is there exactly as you believe it. Precisely as you believe it, with no variation whatsoever. When they try to study the world and find out and draw information based on these experiments to find out what objective reality is, what the scientists discovered was there was no objective reality. That everything that you perceive is entirely subjective. It's a projection. All these billions of people, all these billions of stars and planets and black holes and the cosmos, everything is a projection of mind that has absolutely no reality whatsoever. It's like Einstein said, an optical delusion of consciousness. You perceive yourself as a human being with your own opinions, your own preferences, your own likes, your own dislikes. You may like certain things about the world that you perceive and dislike other things. That has no basis in reality whatsoever.
Say only this, but mean it with no reservations. I am responsible for what I see. I choose the feelings I experience, and I decide upon the goal I would achieve. And everything that seems to happen to me, I ask for and receive as I have asked.
There's no order of difficulty between, like a hangnail or a hand grenade, or irritation and annoyance and intense rage, or birth and death, or the things that seem so opposite in this world, pleasure and pain. There's so many things in this world of opposites that don't seem to be reconciled at all. In fact, Jesus has a part of the Course in Miracles where he's talking about the gross perceptual world. Everything that's perceived through the distorted lens of the five senses is what he calls the gross perceptual world. Then he says, what is underneath the gross perceptual world, which is everything perceived? He calls it the ring of fear. That's what's right underneath the gross perceptual world, is the ring of fear. This is like the master who has been through all the trials and tribulations, and he knows it all like the back of his hand. He knows it so well. And that's why we have to go deeper inward. We have to go underneath that emotional ring of fear that's in the mind. Because it's never what we're perceiving that is the problem. It's the wish to distort, or the wish to interpret, or the wish to judge that's in the mind is where the difficulty comes in, where the pain comes in, the suffering. It's not like it's happening to us, it's just an interpretation that is so painful, but that must come into awareness before we can let it go. Yeah, it's been interesting just to observe, because it's really all about watching our mind and observing our emotions and paying full attention to our mind. The ego made this whole cosmos, this whole time-space cosmos and this whole world to make us mindless, to make us focused on a body and a brain and sights and sounds and smells, and to keep us out of touch with our mind. That's the purpose. The world was made in hatred, it was made as a defense mechanism, it was made as a smokescreen, it was made as a distractor device Distractive, why? To distract away from be still and know that I am God. That's what these distractions are all about, to distract away from be still and know that I'm God. That beautiful presence within us, the Christ presence.
If you awaken from this illusion, you can feel yourself not as a stranger in the world, not as something here on probation, not as something that has arrived here by fluke, but you can begin to feel your own existence as absolutely fundamental